Well, ladies and gentlemen from Los Angeles, California, welcome to Main Event. Dolph Ziggler starting out the show. He will be taking on Jack Swagger, and there are a couple of updates that we need to inform you about right off the bat. Tonight we are going to show you some footage that happened last night after Raw went off the air. It was a horrible attack by the Shield's Dean Ambrose upon Aiden English. We'll show you that footage a little later on. And I did contact Syxx, or more rather, Syxx contacted me in the backstage. We were doing some pre-show warm-ups, and he had a lot to say to get off of his chest. And we'll have that interview right after this match. Right now, Dolph Ziggler taking on Jack Swagger. Former tag team partners Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler know each other very well. Jack Swagger, as of late, has had a lot of issues with the Chain Gang. But he really held his own last month. And now that Shelton Benjamin is out of the tournament, the only Chain Gang member left is Brodus Clay. It'll be interesting to see if any Chain Gang members want to oust Jack Swagger from this tournament. Dolph Ziggler, #1 contender to the NXT Championship at the Royal Rumble. Hell of a match, but just came up short against Randy Orton. If he would have won, he would have been in the Elimination Chamber for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Jack Swagger getting dropped by Ziggler. Ziggler very athletic. Jack Swagger very athletic too, but in a different way. Dolph Ziggler's very creative. He can hit you really in any position with a devastating maneuver, whereas Jack Swagger's power, and look at his submission prowess right here, could keep you down on the mat. One of these two men is going to move on into next week's triple threat match. Winner of the two triple threat matches will go on into the finals, and the winner of the finals will be entered into the Intercontinental Championship Elimination Chamber matchup. Dolph Ziggler, a former Intercontinental Champion. Not in this universe mode, but he definitely has the knack for getting the mid-card championships, as well as Jack Swagger. Dolph Ziggler pulls Jack Swagger up into a nice backbreaker, nearly cutting the real American in half. Nice back suplex. Doesn't matter which of these two individuals win, they are a definite threat in the main event tournament to go into the Elimination Chamber matchup. Both of them have a knack for winning world championships. Oh, there we go. There we go. Jack Swagger getting right back up, though. Powering through the chin kicks. I mean, it kicked straight and hit him straight in the chin. Apparently didn't hit him hard enough. Jack Swagger getting right back up. Another nice back suplex there from Dolph Ziggler. Swagger powering him down with a clothesline. Well, we knew it would be this type of a matchup. We know that they know each other very, very well. A lot of strikes, a lot of planning on both parts to try to one-up their opponent. It's going to be very difficult. Doesn't seem like Swagger is working on any singular body part. Neither does Dolph. It doesn't really look like they've got a viable strategy here. Roll up 1, 2. Jack Swagger reverses, goes, and he's got him covered. 1, 2. Dolph Ziggler somehow reversing. 1, Jack Swagger kicks out. Well, there's the athleticism of Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler going for a cover. Yeah, there's no way that was going to be a cover. Oh! A very quick knee tackle from Swagger. And he goes for the cover. I mean, it's not enough. I mean, this is a hell of a matchup. As Dolph Ziggler gets hit. Ziggler is down. Jack Swagger going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler kicks out at 2.5. Dolph Ziggler out of nowhere. Dolph Ziggler with the zigzag. Going for the cover. 1, 2. And that's not going to be enough. Both finishers from both superstars getting hit now. Big splash in the corner from Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler goes for the cover. It's not enough. Swagger now. I mean, both of these guys are just trying to keep their opponent down for at least a 3 count, and they're finding it very difficult. I'm sure these two had plenty of sparring sessions when they were a tag team way back in history. Oh, Ziggler now going for a submission hold on Jack Swagger. Is it going to be enough? Full Nelson. And Jack Swagger powers out of it. Ziggler with a drop kick. Beautiful drop kicks by Ziggler. This one misses its mark. And now Swagger bashing the kidney and now just gloating over the body of Dolph Ziggler. Jack Swagger. Northern Lights suplex and the bridge. 1, 2, 3. No, again. Kick out. Jack Swagger throwing him into the corner. A German suplex, and he landed right on the back of his neck. That's got to be enough, but Ziggler back up. Ziggler. Nice famouser there, dropping Swagger. The Real American is down, going for the cover. 1. Not going to happen again. The resiliency of these two superstars. As another German suplex is delivered. Swagger again targeting the leg of Dolph Ziggler. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3. Jack Swagger moves on. Very impressive win here by Jack Swagger on an opponent that he may not have beaten. These two knew each other so well. I mean, Dolph Ziggler has lost a couple of key matches here in the past couple of weeks. He's going to have to really fight to get that momentum back going. But Jack Swagger is moving on. And with Titus O'Neil taking on Brodus Clay in the next matchup tonight, you got to know that Jack Swagger is going to keep his eye very closely on that matchup. Well, Jack Swagger does move on, and ladies and gentlemen, I do want to say that the next little piece of video that I show you is a little graphic. Dean Ambrose, we saw him frustrated after last night's tag team victory over the organization. We weren't quite sure why. We had cameras catch up with them, and we caught something else. Ladies and gentlemen, let's roll the tape. We are back on main event. We showed that footage before the commercial break of Dean Ambrose attacking Aiden English in the backstage. We didn't know why he was frustrated, but he continued that frustration later on in the night, taking out Aiden English and throwing his head through the car window just as Aiden English was about to leave the arena for the night. I mean, we're still not sure what Dean Ambrose's problem was after that match. We're not sure why he attacked Aiden English after the show was over, after Raw ended. But we will get to the bottom of that on Monday. Brodus Clay now taking on Titus O'Neil, the real deal, taking on the lieutenant of the Chain Gang. Brodus Clay making his way to the ring. Brodus Clay makes it into this match, we might see a little bit of a repeat of what happened last month between Jack Swagger and the Chain Gang. If Titus O'Neil gets in, we could have another member of the team of Ryback and Titus O'Neil going through this tournament. We may even have the finals, Titus O'Neil versus Ryback. Tag team partners, it would be very interesting. Titus O'Neil, very much a big guy. Brodus Clay might even be bigger. We'll find out as Brodus Clay just scoop slams Titus O'Neil to the mat. Monstrous BC is his moniker within the Chain Gang. He is a scary dude. He gets the job done for the Chain Gang time and time again. Titus O'Neil, big and powerful. If anyone can get the job done over Brodus Clay, it's Titus O'Neil as he hits a back suplex off of Monstrous BC. Well, if we want to talk about the Chain Gang, we can definitely talk about what happened last night on Monday Night Raw. John Cena taking on Mick Foley, the hardcore legend. Easily disposing of Mick Foley, and Cody Rhodes was thrown from ringside. Brodus Clay helping out John Cena throughout the match. Brodus Clay is a key component of the Chain Gang. Having a Chain Gang member win the Intercontinental Championship would do very much a lot for the credit, for the reputation of the faction, and John Cena would love nothing more than Brodus Clay to move on in the tournament. Brodus Clay, however, has stated that while he does have matches for the Intercontinental Championship, his sole focus will be getting John Cena in the Elimination Chamber. Titus O'Neil getting dropped by Brodus Clay. Titus O'Neil taking Brodus Clay to the top. Nice punch. Oh, we might look at a superplex here. Superplex, oh my god. Brodus Clay. I mean, a lot of weight is a great tool to hold your opponent down. But the bigger they are, the harder they fall. The more weight you are going to feel as gravity takes control. Beautiful suplex by Brodus Clay there as he regains control of the matchup, taking down Titus O'Neil. Brodus Clay, nice little slam there on Titus O'Neil, weakening up the midsection. Titus O'Neil DDT taking down Brodus Clay. One of these two is moving on. Will Brodus Clay succeed where Shelton Benjamin last week on Main Event failed? If you're John Cena, you don't want to be disappointed twice by your gang members. And I mean, Shelton Benjamin definitely disappointed last week. Is Brodus Clay going to do the same? Nice hip buster. Titus O'Neil dropping Brodus Clay. I don't believe that'll be enough, but he's going for the cover anyway. And immediately Brodus Clay kicking out. And we've got Ryback. And Ryback coming down to the ring. Ryback coming down to the ring in support of his tag team partner, Titus O'Neil. Ryback is now in this match. And Titus O'Neil, a new flurry. A new flurry of, I don't know, of going after Brodus Clay. Clash of the Titus. Oh my goodness. That monstrous spinebuster to Brodus Clay. 1, 2. Oh, 2.5. Brodus Clay kicked out. Titus O'Neil is stunned. He doesn't know what he has to do to take out Monstrous BC. Oh, what a beautiful power slam. Titus says, job well done. 1, 2, and again, Brodus Clay kicking out. Titus O'Neil now, bringing him back. Sidewalk slam dropping Brodus Clay. And again going for the cover. Is it enough? It is not. Brodus Clay. The resiliency, the endurance of Brodus Clay is impeccable. The splash is missed. And into the corner goes Brodus Clay. Titus O'Neil now going to try to end it with the with the unbreakable submission hold here. Is Brodus Clay going to tap out? Is Brodus Clay going to tap out here? Brodus Clay taps out with the help of Ryback. Titus O'Neil moves on in the tournament for the Intercontinental Championship. The finals between Ryback and Titus O'Neil is that much more of a possibility now that Titus O'Neil has ousted Brodus Clay from this main event tournament. Where was the rest of the chain gang? I brought this up on Monday Night Raw. If John Cena's going to have a stable to follow him around, he's got to learn how to utilize them correctly. And I mean, Titus O'Neil had a friend in need. And where was Shelton Benjamin? Where was John Cena? Brodus Clay getting dropped by Titus O'Neil. Brodus Clay having to tap out in the middle of the ring. Very embarrassing indeed, but Titus O'Neil is moving on. Well, we know that Titus O'Neil and Jack Swagger are going to be in that triple threat next week on Main Event. We have one more spot to fill. Sheamus versus Goldberg coming up as the next matchup. Is Sheamus even 100% after last night's war with Prince Devitt? Stay tuned to find out, but right now I do have to share this with you. A full unedited confrontation in the backstage earlier tonight with Syxx, X-Pac, Sean Morley, however, whatever you want to call him. His name doesn't really need to be said, but Syxx, 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 the Intercontinental Champion, did have this to say.
Hey, you shut the hell up. I don't want you to talk. I don't want you to ask any questions. What I want to know is why in the blue hell do I come back from vacation to find out that AJ Styles has been toting around my Intercontinental Championship. I beat him fair and square 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. I beat him 1, 2, 3, and no one in the damn arena, not even you, Michael Cole, knew about it. Apparently it just was swept under the rug. After the Royal Rumble, after the rebranding, he just takes the championship back. I've been on vacation celebrating my win, and I come back to find out that he has my championship. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter because that is just a possession. I'll let him wheel it around for me. I'll let him carry it for me. Because at the Elimination Chamber, when it's just me and him, and he comes out of that pod, or I come out of that pod, I will mutilate AJ Styles. He is a thief. Maybe he's a delusional thief. Maybe he's the type of guy who just seems to think that he can steal someone's championship and think that's okay. Well, you know what? I'm back. I just flew in. I showed up to Main Event. I showed up to grab my championship out of the storage closet, and here we are. Here we are in this position, Michael Cole. We're in this position now where where possession is 9/10 of the law. No one said anything. You didn't say anything. Adrian Neville didn't say anything. The crowd didn't give a shit about whether the championship was in the right hands or not. Michael Cole, your job is to make sure that the people are informed, and you failed them. Michael Cole, I hold you responsible. I hold the whole damn Spades organization responsible. I hold the fans responsible, and especially AJ Styles. I hold him responsible most of all. And one day, I'm gonna get my hands on that stupid southern son of a bitch, and I am going to press his face so hard into the mat that you're not going to be able to scrape it up after the night's over. So Michael Cole, get the damn microphone out of my face before I shove it up your...
Well, we do the WWE. I, on behalf of everyone in the WWE universe, does want to apologize to X-Pac, Syxx. We do apologize. The Royal Rumble, the rebranding, everything got lost in the shuffle, and to be totally honest, Syxx, on my part, as Michael Cole, on my part, I do firmly believe that AJ Styles was a better Intercontinental Champion. I know you're the Intercontinental Champion, Syxx, but it looked good around his waist, and I feel like everyone just rolled with it. I do want to apologize, and Syxx, please accept my apology as we move on here on main event. Sheamus, last night being beaten, bloodied, bruised by Prince Devitt, now has to go up against Goldberg as Goldberg makes his way to the ring. We haven't seen this man since the Royal Rumble when he made his return. Is Sheamus 100%? That is the question. To go up against Goldberg. Goldberg is a warrior in and of himself. Just another day in the life. Sheamus goes from one war into another one here on main event, not even 24 hours removed from that hellish battle with Prince Devitt. Sheamus now has to go up against Goldberg. Best of luck to you, Sheamus. Goldberg entered in 5th in the Royal Rumble, lasted about 5 spots, was ousted at number 10. Goldberg versus Sheamus. I mean, a lot of people witnessed the destruction of Brock Lesnar a couple of weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. And they witnessed the destruction of Sheamus in mere minutes. About a 5 or 6 minute altercation between the two last night on Raw. And, you know, it didn't take Sheamus long to succumb to Prince Devitt. Prince Devitt is not a big guy. He does not look like a warrior. But this guy takes out these beasts left and right. He has taken out Brock Lesnar. Sheamus is now battling Goldberg. I hopefully at 100%. We don't even know yet. Sheamus can't be feeling too good, though. Last night we did have a doctor look at Sheamus. He did not have a concussion, luckily enough. But there was a major goose egg on his head last night as Raw went off the air. Well, I am actually getting word right now that Paul Heyman has actually convinced Prince Devitt to stay with the WWE. Prince Devitt's so adamant about going back to New Japan Pro Wrestling. He has taken out Lesnar. He's taken out Sheamus. He's taken out the best, really, so far that we have to offer. Prince Devitt, he wanted to go back, and Heyman has weaseled Prince Devitt into a contract, and he says that Heyman will be on Monday Night Raw with Prince Devitt, contract in hand, for it to be officially signed on Monday night. Well, that's coming to us live Monday. That is going to be very exciting. As Prince Devitt, I mean, you know, selfishly, I want Prince Devitt to stay. This guy is good for business. Sheamus seems to be doing some work here against Goldberg, getting in some nice shots, nice maneuvers. Goldberg with a belly-to-belly suplex. I mean, Sheamus is not a light individual, but Goldberg just threw him around like a rag doll. Goldberg, the original cyborg of the WWE. This dude is a monster. I mean, just look at him. Oh my god. The moveset of Goldberg, I mean, I don't even think it can be rivaled. His strength is uncanny. Goldberg lifting Sheamus right above his head and smashing him down. Sheamus so defenseless. Doesn't know what to do against Goldberg here. And again, lifting him straight over his head. It's a different type of maneuver there. A spine buster. The crowd is on their feet. They love seeing Goldberg. Sheamus trying to get on his way back into the match here. Goldberg back in the WWE is bad news for a lot of people. Can Goldberg get it going here? Goldberg looks like he's going for that jackknife. Suplex. Incoming, dropping Sheamus down. And he's got the cover. 1, 2, 3. And easily Goldberg defeating Sheamus on main event. What a hell of a triple threat we have planned. Oh my goodness. I mean, Sheamus did try to get in some maneuvers there to come back from that, but I mean, there's not much you could have done. Well, I mean, this is going to be great. We've got CM Punk versus Ryback versus Jay Briscoe next week in a triple threat match, and the winner of that triple threat match will go up against the winner of Jack Swagger, Goldberg, and Titus O'Neil. Monsters are in the hunt for the Intercontinental Championship, and if you are a champion in the Elimination Chamber match, you have got to be worried right now that these men are going to be entered. Remember the last time he was in an Elimination Chamber match? That dude decimated almost everybody in there. Is he on the fast track to return for an Intercontinental Championship reign? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw will be on Monday. We are going to find out the psyche of Dean Ambrose. We're going to try to get an interview. We're going to try to send back someone to get an interview with Dean Ambrose about why he's so frustrated. And we're also going to, well, we're probably going to deal with the fallout of Syxx and his outcry to the WWE Universe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the main event tournament is well on its way. And that being said, until Monday Night Raw, Michael Cole, for Derek D, Ginger King, and the rest of us here at the WWE, checking out.